Welcome to Real Estate Radio LA. I'm your host, Gil.Azcarate, the realtor to the stars, and you're all stars to me. A 20 plus year veteran of the real estate industry right here in Southern California. And I bought property from Huntington Beach all the way to Lancaster. I've been an investor, agent, fixer, flipper, real estate coach. So I know a little bit about the ins and out of real estate. So thank you for taking the time to spend with me on Real Estate Radio LA. And you can find all my past shows on realestateradio.la.com. So I'm going to start off today with a sincere apology. And this is really something I need to do to get it off my chest. One of the listeners reached out to me and took offense to something I said, and I really feel bad. But it's more than that. I made an inappropriate comment. It was a joke, and I was talking about when I used to do stand-up comedy, and I get really nervous. And the punchline of the joke had to do with Kirstie Alley, and I really feel bad. And it had nothing to do with her passing. It was inappropriate in any way, shape, or form. But I said it, I did it, and I'm taking responsibility for it. And we've gone back to the shows, and I finally located where it was, and we have edited that out. So my apologies to Kirstie Alley's family and anybody who took offense to what I said. That being said, let's get Real Estate Radio up and going. My DRE number is 0129-8646. This show is for entertainment and information purposes only. Please consult your local professional, qualified professional, before you do anything about your particular situation. But if I was you, I'd listen to me because I'm going to do it for free. Call me regarding anything real estate. I'll give you my opinion. I'll let you know what I would do and how I would do it before you do it. Consult somebody who's done this business for a long time and get a broad view of what's going on in this market right now, but also trying to figure out the craziness, because there's some crazy going on right now with politics and interest rates and Los Angeles and homelessness and all the things that's going on. Let me be your coach. I always say that Michael Jordan had a coach. Who's your coach? Who's your financial coach? Who's your real estate coach? And don't listen to your brother-in-law, because he does not know what he's talking about. It's just an opinion, and if he's wrong, you're the one that's gonna suffer for it. So reach out to me, especially if you're going through a divorce and you want a third-party, independent review of what your home is worth. So anything real estate. So my topic today is really recapping 2022. What a year, huh? Oh my God. You don't live through that too often. It was a very unique year in so many ways. It started out with a thunderous, unbelievable, record-breaking sales and prices, and ended in a thud. We ended COVID this year, thank God. And there was a war in Ukraine that the politicians blamed everything on, gas prices and all that stuff, and how it affected us. Hyperinflation, the end of BLM, where are they? Where's that money laundering organization? What have they been doing? Record-breaking interest rates. So we'll try to keep it regarding real estate. Record-breaking interest rates. They went up so fast that in June of this year, this unbelievable real estate market and this unbelievable economy came to a crashing halt. September 11th of 2021, so a year and a half ago, I did a show on, is the market gonna crash? And again, if you want to hear any of my past shows, go to realestateradio.la.com and scroll down, and you can find a lot of helpful information. What's your home worth? What's the mortgage rates at now? Speak to a lender. Do a search of homes. My unique selling propositions, and a lot of the stuff that I talk about on the show. So go to realestateradio.la.com, and you can also listen to my past shows. So on September 11th, just happened to be September 11th of 2021, I talk about, is the market going to crash? And the answer was absolutely. It had to, for two simple reasons. Sustainability could not sustain. It could not sustain the incredible 25% year after year price hike. I don't care what business you're in. It can't continue because after 4 years, it's 100% more in whatever your product is. Real estate could not maintain the financial increases that were going on. That was just basic common sense. And the other one was a false economy. How is it that the prices of homes were going up 10, 15, 20% and supposedly nobody was working? So it was a government economy. It was a fake economy. So it didn't make a lot of sense. So just based on those two things, common sense, I made a prediction a year before it happened that the market was going to crash. What was going to make it crash? We didn't know. And the answer was the U.S. government crashed the U.S. economy. That's it. You can blame it on Ukraine all you want. You can blame it on gas prices, but it's not. It wasn't that. It's inflation. We had to stop inflation. What's the biggest inflated price of anything we own? Homes. So to manipulate the inflation figures, you have to stop the sale or the increase of home prices. How sad is that? How sad is that? The economy revolves around real estate. So I talk about that. We also had past shows on pest control, and there was a mosquito problem that was just eating us alive, pun intended. Reverse mortgages. I just think it's smart business for some people. If you are over 65 and you're struggling with cash flow and you've got 50% equity, you can get into a reverse mortgage and not make your payments anymore and live comfortably. Live your last quarter of your life comfortably, and a reverse mortgage can do that. So reach out to me if you want more, or if you want to contact, if you want more explanation on a reverse mortgage, because I'm not just about buying and selling real estate. And that's what this show is all about, is trying to show you the value that I bring, okay? Getting a line of credit is smart business. Get it now. You can't go to Bank of America, Wells Fargo, or Chase and get a line of credit. So I will tell you where to get one, because you need to get it. When you need the money, they will not give it to you. So go get a line of credit right now. How much money do I make when you go get a line of credit? Absolutely none. I'm not in the loan business. I'm in the real estate business. But I love to help people, and eventually I just trust that you're going to reach out to me and refer me your friends and family. Okay? The effect on the interest rates and what it did on the market. I have this whole breakdown on that. And how it's not as bad as people think. Prices have gone down 15 to 20%. They've already gone down. So if the price went down, your loan went down, your payment went down. But interest rates went up. So it's sort of like where you were a couple years ago. Yes, your interest rate went up, but the price went down. All right? So it's not as bad as people think. Do I think it's going to go down even more? Yeah, I do. So people say, why would you even recommend us buying right now and not waiting 5 years? I say, hey, if you want to wait on the sidelines for 5 years, go right ahead. If you really want to wait 5 years, or you can buy and invest real estate that makes money. It's always a good time to do a good deal. It's never a good time to do a bad deal. So you find the right property. And I talk about this. What's the right property? Something that makes money. Of course, something that makes money. So if you are in a condo with a beach view and you want to rent it out, and it rents out for $7,000 a month, and your payment's $7,000 a month, it breaks even, okay? And you want to Airbnb it? You can't. The HOA won't let you. So take that, sell that condo, buy a home, and we can get into the Airbnb business. Where do I make money? Is helping you sell and helping you buy. But now you take that same money that you had, where you're breaking even or losing money on a rental or your personal house, and we go find a house that's perfect for Airbnb. So the two topics that I really want to break down is Airbnb and a company called United Financial. That's what I'm going to get to, right? So you get an investment that is just breaking even or losing money, and we get out of that deal, because it's always a good time to get out of a bad deal, and you roll it into a good deal. What does that mean? You take that same money, we go find a house that's Airbnb-able. What does that mean? You cannot do it in a homeowners association. So you have to find a single family home. In certain cities, they will not allow you to Airbnb. So we find one that has a big demand. So I've talked about this in the past and I'll repeat it. I found a house for an investor for 1.2 million. Okay, 1.2 million with an incredible view and an incredible pool. So it has the wow factor. Airbnb, in other words, is vacation rentals. People rent them because they want to be on vacation. They want an experience. If you don't have a wow factor, a pool, a view, games, game room, pool tables, then you will lose to a hotel that has a pool, a view, a pool table, and a game room for the kids. But if you can substitute it, now that Airbnb becomes a better deal. Why? Because you don't have to go out to dinner, you don't have to go out to breakfast, you can actually eat in a house, it's more comfortable, and spend a week there. Hotels are good for a couple days, right? I heard something the other day in a movie which is funny. Las Vegas is good for a day, it's great for 2 days, 3 days is too much, right? Because it's just too much, right? You're always eating out 3 days, 3 meals a day. But if you're an Airbnb, you go to the market and you can sort of feel like you're at home on vacation. But we create that vacation experience, that wow factor. That's one of the things I do. I help you find the house. We help you decorate it. We help you paint it in a different way that maybe you don't like, but you're not going to live there. But it looks really good on pictures. It's got furniture that looks really, really good and captivating because, like every business, there's a supply and demand. If there's 20 homes for Airbnb, you need to be the one. You need to be that one. You cannot be the 15th, 16th, or 17th choice. You need to be the choice. So it's rented every day, 30 days out of the month, and it is a cash cow. I hope that makes sense. We're going to paint it in a certain way. We're going to decorate it in a certain way. We're going to make sure it's in the right neighborhood, that it's not too crowded. We're going to make sure there's no homeowners association that you buy into and all of a sudden you find out, uh-oh, I can't Airbnb here. Great idea. I've been thinking about it for a long time. You're going to do it on your own and you're going to find out you were dead before you started. Okay, so we're going to take a little break right now. Again, this is Gil.Azcarate, Real Estate Radio LA. You can find me at realestateradio.la.com. All my past shows and anything you want to know, or send me an email. Again, if I say anything inappropriate, I apologize. I'm a real estate agent that just happens to be on the radio talking about his favorite subject, real estate. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to Real Estate Radio LA. I am your host, Gil.Azcarate. So I was talking about just bringing value and something different, why the market changed so quickly. But what can you do right now if you are holding on to a property that maybe you tried to sell with another real estate agent for the last 90 to 120 days, and the market changed on you, and now you're sitting on a mortgage that's empty and you don't know what to do, and the agent could not sell it? Okay, call me. That's what you do. You pick up the phone, you dial Gil.Azcarate, the real estate guy on the radio, 818-632-8006, and you will be shocked when I actually pick up. So you call me and we're going to put together a plan of either selling it or what if it doesn't sell. So a lot of people say, I won't sell it if I don't get this price. Okay, then don't sell it. I mean, if it doesn't sell, you know what your house is worth? What somebody's willing to pay for it. That's what it's worth, right? You say, but my neighbor sold last year for 1.2 and I want 1.4. Well, first of all, last year was last year and this year's this year. So instead of getting 1.4, you may not even get 1.2. You may get 1.1. You may get 1. I won't do it. Okay, then you don't do it. And that's fine. But what are you going to do? You still have plans. You put it on the market for a reason. You wanted to sell. Where were you going to go? Nashville? You're going to go out of state? You want to go Orange County? You want to downsize? Call me and we figure that out, because maybe the answer is not sell and we Airbnb it like we talked about. Okay? Maybe we do short-term rentals, which is 30 days. Maybe we rent it to a insurance company. I just leased out a house in West Hills. It was probably, the seller wanted $4,500 It was probably worth $4,000, $4,200, and I got it rented out for $6,250. How? Because I'm a magician? No. Or yes. Or I called an insurance company, and they had a family whose house burned down in West Hills. It was compatible, and they had a huge Great Dane. The chances of them finding a rental was difficult. The insurance company was paying, and I said, I do happen to have a house with no carpet in it, no wood floors because the dog would scratch the floors, but it had vinyl floors, really nice vinyl floors. It was a one-story, it was an elderly couple, and I am telling you, the biggest dog I've ever seen, almost a horse. They were not going to find anything. And I somehow negotiated something that the insurance company was happy with, paying $6,250 a month for a $4,000 rental. That's what it took, and we made it work. So if you've got a house that's vacant right now, I can reach out to an insurance company and see if we can get some kind of over market rentals for you. That's what I do. I look at things differently. So if that works for you and it's vacant, and now we put it and they rent it, the thing that insurance companies do is they rent them for 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, or 6 months. Okay? Don't be afraid. They're always a contractor takes a lot longer than they expect. But let's say it's a 3-month rental. You're making, instead of losing money, you're making more than average money. And now we put it on the market again in April. Best months of the year to sell real estate, April, May, and June. So that's a plan. If the market continues to go down, you decide not to sell it, we need a plan. You need a plan. Just wishful thinking isn't a plan. The market is going to go down. Again, why should you buy real estate right now if the market's going to go down? Because you buy real estate when it's a good deal. And we're going to find a good deal. You buy real estate when you have the money. Does that make sense? If you don't have the money, you can't buy real estate. If you have the money, let's buy real estate. If you own real estate and it's not doing the financial goals that you have, then you change plan. You maybe sell and buy another one. Or you keep it and you take the money out and you buy another one, and we'll help you find a great deal. So that's the Airbnb aspect of it that I bring to the table. Again, there's a specialist that I work with, a guy named Steve. He handles everything. He handles from the coffee maker to the towels to the pots and pans and takes the phone calls. But at the end of the day, a rental that would rent for $8,000, you can make $15,000, $16,000, $17,000, $18,000, $20,000 a month on something that you were either losing money on or breaking even. Okay, second topic that I talked about that I think is a real game changer is United Financial, UFF. I had him on the show. I think the last 2 weeks that show ran, and a lot of people were on vacation, so may not have heard this show. United Financial is a program, not a software, it's a program to teach you how to pay off your bills. What does that mean? You're going to put in all your bills, anything to do with interest rates. You know where you spend the majority of your money? What you spend the majority of your money on? Interest. People say food. No. Interest. My mortgage. Yes. The interest on your mortgage. So this is what people think. I'm going to pay off my Lowe's credit card or my Home Depot credit card because it's at 23%. And I'm going to attack that and I'm going to get out of that. And that's good. You should. Okay. It's $5,000. You're paying interest rate. You're paying 20% interest on $5,000. But it's probably a couple $100. If you look at your mortgage statement, and I challenge everybody to do this, you pull out your mortgage statement and you pay $3,000 or $4,000 a month. How much of it is going to principal, your debt, and how much of it is going to interest? You think it's 4%? Do you really? Well, you are going to be shocked when you find out it's 66%. Somewhere between 60 and 70% of your payment is going to interest. They front load it. I don't even know how it's legal. Look at your statement and you will be shocked that your $4,000 a month payment is only going, $3,000 is going to interest. and very little is going to principal. All right? So what this program does, they give you a coach. Who's your coach? Who's your real estate coach? Who's your debt coach? They give you a coach, and they give you a program to put in all your debts with interest, all your expenses. It helps you organize. They do not touch your money. They don't need a license for this. They're going to help you organize your finances. Once they organize your finances, you've got it all in there. It's going to tell you how much to pay and who to pay it to. Where's the smart money? And it gets that 30-year mortgage to get paid off in 7, 8, 10, 11 years. And you will save hundreds of thousands of dollars. Did you just hear that? Hundreds of thousands of dollars. You really want to do a game changer? You want to call me and I can set you up with my coach. This is the person who's helping me to pay off all my mortgages and to pay off credit cards and to organize my business. Okay, United Financial Freedom. Call me and I will hook you up with my buddy Steve Croft, who's been on the show, and I will have him on the show again. So those are the topics that I really feel, out of all the shows that I had, the 52 shows that I had this year, the two most impacting, game-changing, unique. And again, if I'm not unique, I'm exactly the same. Right? Am I just a real estate agent? Never have been, never will be. Just a real estate agent? Everybody's got their real estate license. What separates one from the other? Knowledge. You could have your real estate license for 20 years and sell one house a year. Does that make you an experienced real estate agent? No. It makes you a real estate agent who's just barely making any money. Okay? So if I don't bring any value to you, call somebody else. But give me a call if you're going through a divorce. Like I said, if you want to do something different, if you're interested in the Airbnb, if you want to lease with an option to buy, if you just want to know all your options, if your house hasn't sold and been sitting on the market and it's not selling, please take out your phone right now and give me a call and I will answer. And I'm looking forward to answering all your questions and doing something different and helping all my friends out here in Southern California and any place else. If you have real estate anywhere, I want you to call me and we can figure that out. So realestateradio.la.com is where you can find me. You can email me or you can text me at the phone number 818-632-8006. All my Latinos, brothers and sisters out there, amigos, me llaman. I'm here for you. I'm representing the Latino market and helping them get out of business too, or getting out of debt too, and changing their lives and retiring in a dignified manner with the American dream, because I'm saving the American dream one show at a time. Gil.Azcarate, Real Estate Radio.